And they have still to concede a boundary since lunch, the West Indies.
More, I suppose, adventurous in this test match so far, Carl Hooper. And at the moment, they've got the man referred to as the wall in front of him. And that edged fine. And that's the first boundary for some time, fortuitously for Rahul Dravid. No slip in place. A chance of getting back onto it. It's a new rule. And he hits it from 3 point. There's no point in place. I'm not sure if the intention was to hit it that square. That's a great strength of his. And that's edged again around the wicket. And that's hit in the air, close to Chandapal, and it just dropped short. And it goes past him as well for a boundary. So mishaps all round. He should have stopped that Shivnarine Chandapal. That's Rahul Dravid I'm talking about. What impresses me about him as well is that his hundreds are usually big hundreds. It's not just 101, 102, 150, 190, even a couple of double hundreds as well. He's got a great appetite for batting. And you need one of those in your team. Every time you'll be happy to have them. 385 for 4.
तुम अपनी पसंद का खाना खाओ, मैं कुछ कॉल्स करके आई।
ये बीटी टुगेदर के मुफ्त शाम और वीकेंड के यूके कॉल्स का पूरा फायदा उठा रही है।
बेटे बस एक और।
हेलो।
मिस्टर गुप्ता, अच्छा मेरा लड़का संजीव, who totally wasted all his years at school and has no aptitude for academic work at all, मेरे उसी बेटे को आज डिग्री मिली है। Yes!
Great disparity between the home record and the away record for India. Quite clearly they perform so much better at home. Well, they need to change that, and the BCCI is taking great strides towards rectifying that situation. To tell you more about it, Ravi Shastri is with Danny Morrison.
Thank you, Ian. So Nagamotu, this is a long spell for him. He's continuing around the wicket. He's into his 38th over. Well, he can never get a leg before decision from there. He's got to be able to bowl the wrong one to be able to get someone out leg before.
Well, rather happy to persist with it. Just, the seamer saying possibly a little bit negative. Well, it's the run saving as much as anything. It's hurt Dravid a little bit. It's perhaps a little bit in the groin or something.
No, I think it's that hit that Danny he got from Mervyn Dillon when he was batting earlier. Inside edge that thundered into the thighs. So he would be severely bruised in that area.
Rahul Dravid. Now the non-striker's in, he's on 88. He's been there for 320 minutes. He faced 222 deliveries, 10 fours. He'll be feeling it out there, but only 12 short now.
It's been slow progress for the Indians today. They resumed at 278 for 2, so just 108 runs added. And we have close to 50 overs bowled.
Well, Ahsoka de Silva's had enough. Perhaps some of this negativity from Nagamutu. He's slipped, at least one and over, two possibly, down the leg side to make things difficult for Lakshman and Dravid to get a bit of bat on or a bit of pad. To 3 wides, no balls.
Three at 7 for 4. Pedro Collins taking his time and setting his field. He's got Dravid on strike. Dravid on the verge of a real milestone of sorts. He has the chance of getting 4 consecutive Test hundreds. No one else has done it but Sir Everton Weeks. Weeks got 5.
He's got over 5,500 Test runs. He's one of those chaps in this current Indian side that averaging over 50. I think he's close to 55 career average, averaging 70 this year for 2002. He's been in one heck of a purple patch, and he's just looking to add to it. Why not get 4, try and get 5 in a row? Test hundreds. You say Everton Weeks, 5 in a row. Well, you just need these little carrots dangled, these little goals to keep improving, keep achieving, to keep that passion, that inspiration to want to keep achieving.
Yes, he's a thorough professional. The work ethics are there. He's very dedicated, hard-working, and even wicket-keeping, which he's taken to in the one-day game, he takes it very seriously. Works hard at it, wants to improve. And here you can see the Indians, they obviously have a game plan in the man, because there might be a lot of people saying they must get on with the run rate. I'm sure they'll look to up the tempo, say after tea. But it's clear cut, they want to bat just once on the surface, try and get a score of around 500.
We've been going on how hot and hard it is. Humidity around 85%. That sweat. Almost just looks like it's a sunshade here, Ravi, in Bombay. But Kedi, you just need the rainbow popping over the back of him there. So just sit out in the middle there and watch your pores open up and watch the sweat ooze out.
That's picked away nicely. Just drifting on the leg stump. And that's good enough for Dravid to put it away. So boundary of the final ball. 391 for 4.
और आप फोन करती रहना. बाय.
कौन सा?
So 391 for 4. That's in the edge, just short of mid-off. You could see what Laxman was trying, give himself room and hit over extra cover. And that one not quite carrying to Mervyn Dillon, but a good shot to end the last over. Just picking it off his legs. There was no one at square leg. This is the last ball.
Element of frustration there for Laxman. He just looked back at Soka de Silva. But, you just see, I think, wanting to get on with it. As you said, Ravi, before lunch, doesn't like to be tied down, Vivius Laxman. He wants to get on with it. He backs himself, uses the feet. He's just got to be a bit careful here. Ravi, not big sweepers, are they? Go down on one knee and play those sort of like real sort of paddle shots, try and beat the man fine at sort of 45. I'm just prepared to just try and work it, dab it, nudge it off the hip. I just think of a lot of other players around the world that be just getting into that sweep, premeditated a little bit, and you can see a lot of guys on the county circuit in England just get into that position and be happy to plant the foot there and then play a paddle sweep dong shot and try and get it very fine. Beat that man at sort of short fine leg or longish on the 45. Very productive shot if you're good at it and back yourself against the turning ball. Remembering that Nangamutu is happy to come right arm around and try and give it a rip.
Yes, I think the problem is the pace at which Nangamutu bowls. So you, as a batsman, can't really set yourself up. At the most, you can use the bowler's pace to play him away fine. And the fact that the odd ball is turning creates doubts in the batsman's mind that if he's looking to sweep, he's playing against the spin. 391 for 4.
Last delivery. Ravi Shastri's on about, you've got to be very careful, very watchful. That one bounced, so he just fizzed through a bit. Laxman being ever watchful, had to be.
.391 for 4. Pedro Collins will continue. Dravid 92. He just seems to be in a different zone, Rahul Dravid. He wants to carry on batting. I don't think he even looks at the scoreboard. This goes on and on and on. When you've got to ask the qualities a batsman should possess when you are in the kind of form Dravid is, the reason why he's so consistent. He's got a sound technique. He's very organized with his technique. He plays late. He's got a still head. And then qualities that are very important. He's got a good temperament. Tremendous powers of concentration. And the fact that he's added to his range of shots does make it a difference.
Also just that stance, Ravi. And from a bowling perspective, when you look at a guy like that, it's just everything's just so organised, you say complete balance. And you look at good players and they seem to have so much time. And Dravid's one of those. that he just makes it look so effortless. Okay, bearing in mind this is a slow surface, but we've seen it over the last 5 or 6 years, that consistency.
And he's a man of all conditions. If you want someone to bat for your life in different conditions, if you have to pick one man in this Indian team, you'll say Rahul Dravid. He's one man who's capable of batting for 6 or 7 hours, and he's climbing up that ladder pretty quickly. 6th in the list of all-time run getters. Look at that average, 55. Only Sachin Tendulkar averaging more than him.
Ravi, just looking at that stat there, 55.38, it was under 55, it was 55.6 something, and it's just showing you with the not out now 93. I remember him in New Zealand, 98, 99. Good 100 he got at Hamilton. He was consistent there. He's coming off 300s in a row in English conditions. He's got runs all over the globe.
Just the 2 on that occasion. 3-9-3 for 4.
Quite comfortably get past Vishwanath Azharuddin and Bin Saka.
.394 for 4. Nagamutu will continue. This is a long spell for him. He's bowled unchanged since lunch. And he's bowled from around the wicket. He still has to pick up his first wicket, and he's into his 40th over.
And you'd expect so. He's the frontline recognised spinner. You've been saying Carl Hooper's a part-timer. He should get through a fair share of overs on this tour of the subcontinent as well. But you'd expect this. 40 overs. Especially in an innings that's now approaching 400 from India. Nagamutu get through his workload and should do. One could feel he should have had that caught behind yesterday. That wasn't given.
So the 100-run partnership comes up to that single. It's taken its time.
Yeah, it has taken its time, but therein lies the strategy, the plan from John Wright and Saurav Ganguly. Plenty of time in this test match. And another one short. And we go all the way. Spits the field. Has to be hit and was.
So the 400 comes up for India. And Dravid now 2 short of his 100. So 400 for 4. 98 Dravid. That's a shot he's not played at all in this innings. Very rarely you see Dravid playing the paddle sweep, especially with someone there at short fine. And he's inside of his 1400. It's 400 for 4.
Interesting, we're just chatting about that paddle sweep shot, and haven't seen it this whole innings. 98 not out. He's been there for 337 minutes. I haven't seen it, and there's that risk element. Guy's pretty deep though. And just that, again, doesn't matter where it is, the late 90s, that little nervous 90s, just wants to get it as quickly as possible, then can not so much relax, but then say, okay, got to 100, let's start again. And that's what I like about Rahul Dravid. He's not happy with 100, he wants to go and get big ones.
I'm surprised they've not played that sweep, because Nagamutu is not a big turner of the ball. Plus he bowls at pace, so you can use the pace to work it away fine. Single for Lakshman will bring Dravid back on strike. So the crowd now beginning to get excited. They know a landmark is around the corner.
I just love it here in this part of the world. Crowd really start to make some noise, chanting, the expectation. Man on strike, 98. And the form of his life, he's having a great 2002. So he's averaging just over 70 for this calendar year and looking for his 4th consecutive Test match 100. In the Indian dressing room, on the edge of their seats there, John Wright, with Sachin Tendulkar, willing this on.
It's an even more packed offside field now. There's no slip in place. As many as 4 men in the ring, plus there's a deep point. In fact, 5 in the ring on the offside. There's a deep point and a deep third man.
I just said that the crowd inspire, lift it. Batsmen there approaching 100. Also good mental ammunition for the bowler. He knows the batsman's a little bit apprehensive, looking for 3 figures. So often you see batters get knocked over, but not bowling there. Saved it. So there is a man there at cover point on the fence, as Ravi Shah is pointing out. This very packed offside field, couldn't thread it.
Chris Gale was the fielder. This is an excellent stop. Tall man, came down quickly.
Just a little hint of pressure here being built. A single off the first ball of this over, and now 3 dot balls. And Fedro Collins just summon a little bit more energy from somewhere. Get in the groove. The ball just showed signs of a little bit of reversing. Just produced one of those real cracking deliveries, either an in-swinging one that comes back a little bit into the right-hander, Yorker length. Having said all that, Ravi, I don't think it's going to faze this man here on the screen, because he's just, as you mentioned, the consummate professional. He just wants to hang in there and he'll take his time. He doesn't mind that. He's worked so hard to get to 98, 239 deliveries and 340 odd minutes. Staggering powers of concentration.
Driven, can't find the gap. Lakshman 45, he's on strike. Dravid's on 98. This might well be the last over before lunch. Before tea, I beg your pardon. At the most, another over after this. And he's bowled unchanged since lunch, Nagamutu. Well, Ridley Jacobs has done a magnificent job here. Nagamutu has struck. And on the stroke of tea, West Indies get the breakthrough. Lakshman is not happy, but just lost balance on that occasion.
Well, we've been giving Ridley Jacobs a hard time, putting down Tendulkar last night, but that's definitely out. Fell over, lost balance, as Ravi Shastri said. He's gone for 45, right on the stroke of tea. 401 for 5, India.
So the West Indians, they'll be happy. Always good when you take a wicket in the last 10 minutes or so before a session. They've picked up the wicket of Lakshman and broken the partnership, but Dravid's still there on 98. India 401 for 5 now.
India won the toss, and Sehwag 147, 55 for Banga. Dravid is still there, 98 not out, looking for his 4th consecutive Test 100. Tendulkar went early this morning, so did Ganguly, and Lakshman just the man to go now. Stumped on the stroke of tea for 45. India 401 for 5. And the West Indies, it still has been hard work out here at the Wankhede Stadium. 3 for 50, Merv Dillon's the best of them. Cameron Cuffey's got 1 for 69. And Nangamutu, he's just picked up his first wicket in his 41st over, 1 for 112, including 10 maidens. Cooper's had a few. And 28 minutes past 2 o'clock for the post-tea session. That is the local time here, so 28 minutes.
And he'll be on strike.
And again, as usual, slightly more attacking field. We know that BVS Lakshman has been dismissed. First time in many moons, we'd have to say that we are now seeing a forward short leg. Obviously with Rahul Dravid still at the crease, Carl Hooper will concentrating on attacking the other end, whoever is at the other end with him. At the moment is Parthiv Patel. Slip and the forward short leg.
Well, he's a pretty capable bat. He's got some useful scores for the India A team when they toured South Africa. And he's a pretty critical customer, as we saw in that test match at Trentbridge. Just past slip. And into the boundary. Patel off the mark.
This was a close call. Just steering it wide of Chris Gayle in that first slip position. It wasn't an edge. It was a genuine steer by Patel. But I'm sure he would have loved to have seen it go a bit wider. That was a bit close for comfort. Ridley Jacobs at the moment is in charge out there in the middle. Carl Hooper hasn't taken the field after tea. But guess who is out there? Ramnaresh Sarwan. The West Indies will be happy with that.
.405 for 5.
Got injured yesterday, Ramnaresh Sarwan, fielding at that sill mid-off position. Got struck on the instep. Stayed on the field for the rest of the day yesterday. Perhaps overnight it just got a bit swollen, a bit uncomfortable.
So all eyes on Rahul Dravid. And he's in sight of his 1400 in Test match cricket. He's on 98.
The great wall of India. Certainly batting that way the last 12 months or so, Rahul Dravid.
Yes, he has a chance to become only the third man who's got 400s on the trot. In fact, the fourth man, Everton Weeks, has got 5. And there's Fingleton from Australia with 4. And Melvin from South Africa with 400s as well. And that's it. 14th 100 for Dravid, but he's struggling. He is struggling. Now there could be a problem here. No, in fact, the ball just stopped inside the boundary. He's made it to the other end. He's got 2. He's down for the count. But the happiness will be there deep inside, having reached his 14th 100 in Test match cricket.
He's definitely struggling. Seems as if he has a hamstring problem there, Rahul Dravid. We have been telling you throughout this Test match that it's very hot, it's very humid. They have been sweating a lot. And that is what can happen if you are sweating a lot or not replacing those fluids with the proper liquid intake. Definitely having a hamstring problem there, Rahul Dravid. Let's hope it's not a pull. Let's hope it's just a bit of cramp. Or maybe the West Indian bowlers will be hoping it's a pull to get him off the field.
Well, the crowd egging him on. He can't even get up to lift his bat and salute the crowd, getting his 14th 100. Becomes only the third man to have hit 400s on the trot. And there's Fingleton and Melville with 4, and there's Everton Weeks with 5. And this is how he reached there. Nice clip of his legs, and he was struggling straight away. I wonder, Michael, if it's that inside edge he got onto his thigh early on today to a delivery from Mervyn Dillon. And in fact, he had stopped and then realized that the ball had not reached the boundary, and he had to run. Did well to get there. And down straight away. The physio is out there at the moment, Andrew Lepus. But he is struggling.
I think that definitely would have to be cramp though, Ravi, because when he stopped, if that was really a pulled muscle, I don't think he would have been able to restart to get into his crease. Struggled to get the first run and then stopped and then ran the second one. Although he could say that he hobbled, but I don't think that's a pulled muscle. That's perhaps a bit of cramp.
Well, he looks to be struggling. These are not easy conditions to play in, and not only for the fielding side, but even as a batsman, if you've got to bat for 3 or 4 hours, it's never easy when you're under that helmet and with the sweat pouring down. Well, he can't even stand. I think he is leaving the field. So it could be a serious injury. It's been an outstanding effort. Another 100 in Test match cricket, is 14th, and 4 on the trot.
Another very good not list by Rahul Dravid. Outstanding innings again, but he has paid the price. Still don't think it's a pulled muscle though. I don't think you'd have been hobbling off the field if it was a pulled muscle. They would perhaps have taken a stretcher out to him. But well appreciated by the India supporters.
Well, it's not a pretty sight. Rahul Dravid leaving the field to a standing ovation. 100 retired hurt. And there was a big cheer. The reason for that, Harbhajan Singh has come out to the centre. One thing Indian crowds know, that even if he's there for 10 minutes at the crease, there'll be some entertainment. He's got his own style of play, can manufacture shots of his own. But this is the chance the West Indies have. 407 for 5, effectively 407 for 6. A great opportunity for restricting India to under 450, if not less.
West Indies didn't have the best of luck on the first day, although most of their problems were created by themselves. But today, the second day, they're having a lot more luck than normal. Firstly, they had the wicket of Saurav Ganguly, which on all accounts wasn't quite out. The ball pitched outside the line of leg stump, and now with the retirement of Rahul Dravid, they have an excellent chance of finishing off this innings. As Ravi Shastri just said, not a lot of batting left in this India lineup. Good chance now to get these last few wickets before Rahul Dravid recovers to get a chance to come back out.
This is Kumble Srinath to come. Kumble Srinath and Zahir Khan. Harbhajan Singh on strike. And straight away for him. 2 men in the deep. There's a problem here with Mervyn Dillon. Well, I think something wrong with the stomach, definitely. Because it's been a hasty exit from the ground. He can't wait. He's got to go. And Cameron Cuffy, you see the lighter side of things. He takes the ball straight away to try and complete this over. 4 balls remaining. So everything happening here at the Wankhede Stadium. So where goes Cuffy? And edged. A wicket first ball. He's delighted. So everything going West Indies' way in the last 20 minutes or so. They got a wicket last ball before tea. Rahul Dravid has retired hurt, and now Harbhajan Singh out first ball.
Well, at least they seem to be taking advantage of the breaks today with the West Indies. They just make the point that it was a lucky break for them that Rahul Dravid has had to be retired hurt. This is a good opportunity now for them to get these last few wickets to get through the bottom half of this Indian batting lineup. It's 407 for 6.
और आप फोन करती रहना. बाय. नबीला अब वो बर्मिंघम में है.
BT टुगेदर से सिर्फ 18.50 प्रति माह चुकाने से, जिसमें लाइन रेंटल भी शामिल है. आप
So a sudden transformation in the game since tea. Now that Dravid has retired hurt, Harbhajan Singh has been dismissed. Kumble has come out to the centre. And you can see that the West Indians can sense that they have a chance here of trying to wrap up this Indian innings quickly. This is Harbhajan Singh just feeling at that one outside the off stump.
Usually quite entertaining when he's at the crease. Harbhajan Singh didn't get an opportunity to entertain on this occasion. Looks like a pretty simple dismissal. Just the ball off stump line, outside edge found.
Remember, it was Mervyn Dillon who started this over, bowled the first couple of balls, then had a problem with the stomach. He's left the field. Cameron Cuffy Rolls up, bowls the first ball and picks up a wicket. So the over finally completed. 408 for 6. So Mervyn Dillon has come back out onto the field. It was really interesting to see when he did come out. Cameron Cuffey telling him, go back. He went back into the dressing room. I got a chance to bowl and picked up a wicket with the first ball. So things going West Indies' way after tea. 408 for 6. Nagamutu will continue and now bowling over the wicket to Kumble. Yes, see, just slowing it up in pace, Nagamutu on that occasion, and immediately getting turned.
Well, that should have sent a signal to the bowler.
In the air and taken. So wickets falling in a hurry. And Nagamutu doing the right thing. Bowling a lot slower, getting the loop going. Kumble into the drive, only finding Hooper.
Into his 42nd over, Mahendra Nagamutu, and finally deciding that perhaps a bit slower is the way to go. And getting immediate results. It's 408 for 7.
.408 for 7. Zahir Khan comes out to the middle. Wickets tumbling since tea.